slash mansion. It really should be called a Goth mansion. I mean, like, this thing is gigantic. Anything less than it would be impossible. So here what I was trying to do is I was trying to create a different type of pattern by combining the white carpet look with the red carpet look. However, just ended up with going with full just red carpet. It has red and gold, so it basically already has a pattern if you think about it. So you're just trying to like figure out the floor plan. I had it set in my mind, but I'm just trying to like figure out like how big to make each room in comparison with each other and how exactly that's gonna work out about it. So then that's where I'm struggling with this thing. And then the extra little walls that I added on the sides, which were originally supposed to be left empty and stuck up there, but like eventually I just end up knocking them down. So and here I was trying to like create the at first, like what I had wanted was a master bedroom, but I ended up making a guest bedroom downstairs, like the guest bedroom, and hopefully it looks like one. Because I feel like I was doing it and it was really coming short because I couldn't decide between guest bedroom or the master bedroom of Bella's and Mortimer's. However, I ended up creating the guest at the end. So yeah, and then here I'm trying to find the right type of color style or whatever. I'm adding all these classic goth styles, and at the end I was like, okay, no, that's just very strange, it's weird, it doesn't look good enough. So I added the windows to give it more definition, and I decided to go all out white on everything. I basically gave it. Oh, I was gonna make a joke, but don't know if that's appropriate. Oh. But yeah. Next, I was just like trying to. On the next, I was trying to have like an ensuite bathroom for the guests. This is the last thing needed in the room was an ottoman. So they have a little seating area, and now we're on to the. Yeah, and the conflicting walls and me having to go through the, oh my god, that was such a pain. If I move a little bit on one, then the other one like comes off or gets detached. It was ridiculous, but luckily I managed to be able to get through it. I mean, at least you don't have to watch 2 hours to I was about getting about to actually 4 hours of recording. That would have been very painful. As much as it was for my third, this is my second time or third time doing the voiceover. Oh man, but this new mic is very good and I'm glad for that. Any other things was and then here I was so excited to use the new TV because I was like, okay, do I want the TV in there or do I want painting? And then I remember this thing and I'm trying my best to put it on that fireplace and it just wouldn't click. So I changed the fireplace, the material, and then the object, and put a different one, and voila, it did it. Apparently that's all it needed. And I added some candles for the extra vampiric effect and kind of added a newer color to it, a sort of dark bluish, navy blue type of color, green blue, whatever it's supposed to be, and changed up its vibes. And that kind of helped me with the rest of the house. And I'm like, you know what, just take a pointer. It doesn't have to be exact on everything, and some things you can put and some things you can let go. There's nothing wrong with that. And then I added some plants. Unlike myself, what usually I'm like, I didn't add that many plants to this house because that's something I tend to do a lot, is when I add lots of plants, so it helped to create like a library area for Mortimer, like office libraries type of stuff, but it didn't work out. So I was like, okay, I have all these rooms and I've done them, but I don't have a kitchen yet. So I decided to turn this into a kitchen, which you can always see, or maybe you might think it's a bathroom because of the counters. So, but yeah, this one also took me quite a long while, but luckily after this thing, I was like, okay, nope, that's not it. Like that's not it. The thing that like pushed me towards it mostly was the cupboards. Like I was trying again and 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 again with the cupboards, and I wasn't succeeding, as you can see. So and then I was trying to add like a counter table within the middle of the already small room. Like bruh. And then I scooted up things a little further so they could be a little bit away from the wall, and then finally able to figure out, you know, how I want it to look and everything. So yeah, I'm not sure if I keep the snowy escape drawers, cabinets, whatever they're supposed to be, counters, or if I change it. I believe I change it because at first I'm trying to like have it match to the room with that. It's quadrilateral, so I want to add them to the different things. So I couldn't figure that out, so I just moved to the washroom upstairs, which is right above the kitchen downstairs. So you know, that's good. Yeah, creating the washroom, and luckily thanks to the wallpaper, the tile, I was able to actually figure out the type of color I wanted in it, and floor plan came out easy thanks to that. So some parts of the sink mixed with the wall, some parts of the other things like golden colored and mixed with the wall. It ended up being a very good thing. Very good that way. I kept turning my mic around, and that's the only thing I don't like about this HyperX Quadcast Mac, is that the bottom dial for increasing or decreasing the volume of your own voice or whatever is you're recording, it's very finicky. Like you touch it a little bit and it moves, you touch it a little bit and it moves. So maybe I should get a boom arm or I can just use my arm as a boom arm, as I'm doing right now. I'm sorry if my voice was going in and out because of that. Oh god, that's so bad. But I hope that doesn't tear up anybody's eardrums. It freaks me out when stuff like that happens. I feel so bad, and I'm just like, oh my god, people are gonna click off the video. Oh my god, I spent so much time. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. And anxiety comes and it goes, anxiety comes and it goes, and it's very interesting in that way. And then I move. Now let's get back to the build. I'm moving back downstairs and I'm making the butler's pantry. The original plan was to have like an office or a library downstairs for Mortimer and stuff, but that ship sailed once I did this. Like sailed away, not sailed towards me. It's that's why you say it, right? Sailed away. Hopefully I'm right. And if I'm not, then you can put an angry comment in there, put a dislike, and unsubscribe and say you were wrong, and then I'll know I was completely and totally in the wrong, and I apologize. I'm sorry. So please don't cancel me. I'm desperate. Horrible joke, I know, but the only way to get rid of people like that is to make him into a comedic relief. But yeah, and then I was just not vibing with the way it was looking before, so I had a half wall to separate the drunken globe from the rest of the area. I put in this weird type of lore trivia for Mortimer and Bella, in that she keeps the alcohol away from him, and he just goes to the corner, gets the alcohol from there, and thinks she doesn't know what he's doing, but she just lets it go because of the peace in the marriage. But yeah, because she knows Mortimer is gonna cheat. Like, come on, he doesn't need that many reasons to cheat. Obviously he'll cheat, but in this one they seem to have a healthier relationship, so you can always say that's a good thing. And I'm just trying to figure out this horrible like area over the stairs. I never know for these big houses where the stairs should go and how they should be laid out. But ended up doing this. Hopefully it's good. I mean, it did help me to size out and in the other rooms within the bottom floor and top floor, so that's very good. And then also it ended up giving me this strange little space. It just looks so cool in my opinion. And then moving forward, and then now we're simply just yeah, another washroom. Romantic. Is it another washroom? Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, this one was more of a like I forgot what it's called for the pets and stuff, like dry room, water room, blanket room. Man, I don't know, but that's basically what I created. And somehow, even though it's the same exact thing as the washroom over there, it looks 1,000 times better because of double sinks and the long mirror. Yay! And putting on the railings. That's what it's called, right? Or just fencing? Just putting some chandeliers and stuff, trying to figure out the layout and how I want to look. So then eventually I decided for 2 ensuite washrooms for each room. And there's something else that I did that if you guys know or you can guess, it's something that I promised myself I wouldn't do, but I ended up accidentally doing it anyways, and I had no other choice. So sad. Let's see if you guys can guess though. If your guess is right, I'll be super happy. I know that you guys are freaks just like me. No, freaks, that's a compliment, not an insult. No, we don't do insults within this house, except towards problematic YouTubers and celebrities and politicians. But yeah. Alright, so then I have the washrooms. I was like, okay, getting tired of making the washrooms. I was like, okay, you know what? They're gonna be the same anyways. Let's just make them identical. It's faster that way. Let's be honest. So yeah. And now I'm moving on to the next bedroom, and that one is, I believe, Cassandra's. And Alessandra's was supposed to be within the same room. Or at least their beds were gonna be located near each other, whatever it was. They were just gonna have a wall between them. But because of a certain large piano, I was not able to do that. However, I did manage to get almost everything that I needed for Cassie to have a good room for once, to get what she deserves, you know? Like everyone should. Isn't that what we all want? It'd be extremely beautiful and nice if that were the case. Unfortunately, it isn't most of the time. However, we can always stream. And then I'm adding some plants, something that I didn't do throughout the whole build, and I had felt guilty of, and I was like, I gotta add some plants, and I added some plants. So I'm just done with her room, and here is I'm struggling to find like a 1 or 2 tile wide desk for her that looks antique-ish but also good and not broken. So finally able to find the one from the paranormal pack. I believe that's the one from the paranormal pack. So yeah. And now my hand and arm are sore. Alright, 1 second please. There we go. Alright. So I think we're finished with hers. Yeah, we're finished with hers, and I probably got up and went to do something, and I forgot to pause. Or yeah, I didn't finish cutting it out at the right portion exactly. But regardless of that, next we have Mortimer and Bella's room, and honestly, it's so beautiful. Like, I did so good for once with this one. And the rug, it's so cute, and something they can both do. And then who is left? Yes, do you know who's left? Alexander is the one left. So you're gonna see now what I decide to do. Yeah, also just trying to create a library, or like with books and stuff, and like they're not the same. Like the bookcases are just never ever matching with anything. Like, they don't have the right colors. You cannot match the bookcases unless you use this one. But with this thing, then everything looks the same. So you want to use different bookshelves and spaces for that. Sadly, just not how it goes. I ended up just putting another mat on there, and then here I'm just completing their room because I knew, I'm like, okay, I need a vanity. Duh, Bella's vain. Need a vanity. Okay, not everyone has a vanity is vain, but not everyone who doesn't have a vanity is not vain. Alright, then I added this very nice. I'm like, okay, that's legitimately the best part of this video or about my build is that one single red chair. This is the best thing ever. The fact that I was able to make use of something. And so we have the winner, Alexander. Okay, I forgot to add his room. There's no more rooms available for him, so I had to pull an EA. Thing I was gonna save the poor dude from ended up being the thing he is subjected to by my husband. However, mine is 1,000 times better. Why? Because he's locked in a tower like Rapunzel. So hopefully he'll get his prince or princess. Both. I don't judge. And then going and also hopefully he gets hit by a meteor thanks to the thing. Thank you anyways. I hope you had a good time. I hope you liked it. And I'm sorry if there's an up down of consistent volume. Thank you.